Hey guys, Level Cap here. Today we're going to be taking a look at all of Revision 7 weapon skins in Battlefield 1. It took me about 70 battle packs to unlock all of these. That's about average per revision. Some go much higher, some go a bit less. But in case you're going to try and collect all of them, that's about how many it takes. However, you can get 90% of them with far fewer battle packs. It's just hardest to get the last few that you don't have. We'll be starting off with the medic skins today, beginning with the auto-loading 825. This actually got a legendary skin called the Hunter, and it's a pretty cool skin. It's got that bluish steel finish to the metal, a dark sort of cherry finish to the gun body, lots of engraving on the barrel of the gun and the stock. We've got some cloth wrapped around the stock to give it sort of a battle-worn appearance, and the wood itself also has a bit of a battle-worn appearance. It's a very cool looking skin for this gun, probably the coolest we've seen yet. Now the next skin we get is for the Substellator 1906. It gives it a nice copper finish with a lighter wood body. We've gotten a similar skin to this before, and frankly the Substellator's gotten a lot of really cool skins already. Unfortunately, it's not a great medic weapon, so I don't imagine we'll be seeing too many of these skins on the battlefield unless DICE balances it. Then we get the Royal Edict skin for the Medic's Auto Revolver. This is actually one of my favorite revolvers in the game. It's a lot of fun to use in close quarters, and the skin gives it a nice copper finish to it, as well as some cool engraving detail on the side. It's just a special level skin, but certainly not bad for a special level skin. However, if you've gotten any of the other auto revolver skins at this point, you've probably got some much cooler options to choose from. Now changing classes, we'll take a look at the Sniper's Badeo 1889 that got two skins this time around. One is a special level skin called Veteran Infantry, which gives the revolver a nice golden finish to certain parts of the weapon, and then a dark steel finish and kind of a lighter handle finish as well. Certainly not bad for a special level gun, but the legendary skin we get for this takes it up a notch. Again, we've got that blue steel finish to the main body of the gun with tons of engraving and a little bit of a sparkle here and there because of all the dimples in the weapon from the engraving itself. There's a lot of dates and initials and stuff carved into the side of the weapon here. It's a cool looking skin for sure. I don't know if it's going to hold up to some of the golden variants we might see with this weapon down the road. We'll just have to wait and see. Now the Martini Henry sniper rifle got its second weapon skin this time around. This time it is a distinguished level skin, and it gives it a beautiful silver and sort of ivory finish to the weapon. It's amazing. The skin itself is called Zulu, and I also really recommend watching the film Zulu, in which the Martini Henry was used. It's an incredible movie and really shows this gun in action. I will definitely be using this distinguished level skin. In fact, I think the silver and ivory colored skins are some of the most beautiful weapon skins that exist in the game right now. And luckily they're distinguished level, so they're more attainable than some of the legendaries. Moving on, we have my favorite sniper rifle, which admittedly has not gotten much in the way of cool skins. It did get two special level skins this time around, but there's nothing particularly great about them. The first one is called Camouflage Pattern, and it gives us a very dark wood color with dark green splotches on it, not particularly impressive. And then the other one is Camouflage Shroud, which gives it a slightly cooler looking tiger stripe effect. Very, very subtle, something you might enjoy if you really like the more subtle skins. Now, we only got two support-specific skins during this revision. However, the first one is legendary. Unfortunately, it's for the MG15, and the weapons in this game that have primarily metal bodies tend to look the worst when given some of these skins, and we get sort of a basic camouflage pattern on this machine gun, and it's barely visible both in the menu and in game. It's almost impossible to tell that you have a skin on the gun versus not having a skin. Really disappointing considering that this is supposed to be a legendary level skin. Personally, I think DICE should take a second pass at some of these more disappointing legendary skins, the ones that are almost impossible to tell that they're on. I mean, they don't really qualify as a legendary skin to me. They shouldn't be this hard to get for something that does so little to the visual appearance. The other skin we get for support is for the M1909 machine gun, and it's certainly less disappointing. We get a distinguished level skin, which actually adds a nice cloth hand grip to the front of the barrel, which we've seen once before in a legendary skin for this gun, but it's still a quite nice skin for this gun, adding a lot of brass finishing to the weapon and some engraving here and there. It's a good looking skin if you like the M1909. Moving on to Assault, we get a really cool skin for the 12 gauge automatic shotgun. This is a beautiful silver and dark wood engraved skin. It just looks absolutely awesome. I love, again, the silver finished weapons in this game, whether it's with ivory or dark wood. The engraving to accompany it makes these weapons just look really elegant and beautiful, and they look just as good in the menu system as they do while you're using them in game. So I wish the shotgun was a little bit better, or at least competed with the Model 10A, because that one's just a beast, but maybe one day the 12 gauge automatic will be a shotgun of choice for many people out there, and then you'll be running with this skin. Next up, we have a really nice looking distinguished level skin for the Howdah pistol that gives it a brass finish to the metal parts. And what's cool about this is that the brass runs down the back of the hand grip in a really cool way that just makes it look elegant. It stands out. It looks really good in game as well. I like the wood engraving on the side of the stock. This is just a very, very nice skin, and it should be because it is a distinguished level skin. We then get a special level skin for the level 10 SMG for the assault class, the Hellrogal, which just gives it a white stock for the gun and kind of a brushed look for the metal. Really nothing special here. Unfortunately, this gun just doesn't really get much out of the basic level skins. Next, we have a special level skin for the Automatico called the Royal Edict. This basically gives the metal a copper finish to it and lightens up the wood. It's certainly not a bad looking skin for this weapon, but if you've gotten any of the other Automatico skins in previous revisions, you've probably got something that looks a bit cooler than this. Now, the Assault class also gets the Gasser M1870 sidearm, which is a fun revolver, incredibly slow loading, but it's got some decent damage at range. The first skin we get for it is called Veteran Soldier, which adds a bit of brass coloration to the cylinder and the hammer of the weapon, as well as the trigger. So it's got some nice little coloration highlights there, as well as some very subtle engraving on the barrel of the weapon. That's a special level skin, but the distinguished level skin we get for this changes the color of the handle to a lighter color, almost white, and increases the amount of brass coloration on the weapon itself. I'd say it's, generally speaking, a better looking skin, but I'd be happy with either of those two, either the special level or this one. Moving on to our universal weapon skins, we get the number 3 revolver, which gets a beautiful silver and ivory finish with just awesome engraving on the handle and on the cylinder of the gun. Again, I love these silver and ivory finishes. It'll complement a primary with the same finish on it as well. Just really great looking skin. I can't be happier. I think I actually like it better than the golden legendary variant. And then the C93, which I think is a generally all-around great pistol, gets pretty much the same treatment. Instead of having the ivory-colored hand grip, we get wood-colored, dark wood-colored there. A very good-looking pistol, and we've already seen the skin for it with the ivory-colored hand grip. I actually think I like that one a little bit better, but this one certainly looks good, and when you're using it in-game, your hand usually covers up the hand grip anyway, so you won't notice the difference. And then, of course, we can't neglect the Colibri here, which gets a special level skin. This one gives it a copper finish to the weapon with a white hand grip. Again, you're not going to see too many of these details while you're actually using it in game because the gun itself is so minuscule, but if you're a fan and you want to collect all the skins, here's another one. Now, whenever a skin comes around for the 1911, I get excited because I use this pistol more than any other handgun in the game. This skin here called Veteran Infantry, it's just a special level. It gives it a brass colored lower and kind of lightens up the gunmetal of the upper. It's an okay skin, but there's certainly better ones out there. Now with this revision, I'm able to start comboing some of the gun skins together. I can use the Martini with the beautiful ivory and silver finish to it, and then switch to my number 3 revolver with the exact same skin. So it's kind of cool to color coordinate that way. It's something I've been looking forward to for a while, and I'm sure with more and more revisions, we'll get more options to do so with other weapon classes down the road. Hopefully DICE will be making some changes to the way that the battle pack system works to make it a little bit easier to get some of the specific skins you're interested in. We'll have to wait and see what DICE decides to do, but I do know they have a lot of stuff planned. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.